Chào mọi người, mình là Vừng và hôm nay chúng mình sẽ dành một ngày với
ca sĩ Johnny Stimson đến từ bang Texas của nước Mỹ, là chủ của những ca khúc hot hit như là Butterflies, Flower hay là Smile. Năm nay, Johnny lần đầu tiên có cơ hội tới thăm Việt Nam và biểu diễn tại lễ hội âm nhạc Hozo ở thành phố Hồ Chí Minh. Vậy nên, Vừng đã đón tiếp và chào mừng Johnny tới Việt Nam. Trong video này, chúng mình sẽ cùng tới đằng sau cánh gà và tìm hiểu kỹ xem để chuẩn bị cho một cái buổi biểu diễn âm nhạc như thế thì Johnny đã trải qua những công việc như thế nào, và cùng lắng nghe những chia sẻ sâu lắng của Johnny về niềm đam mê của anh cũng như tình yêu của anh với âm nhạc và chia sẻ niềm vui với mọi người qua môn nghệ thuật này.
Bây giờ thì mình đang có mặt tại phố đi bộ rồi và ngay trước mặt mình là không gian của lễ hội Hozo. Tối nay là tối mùng 10 tháng 12, có rất là nhiều nghệ sĩ tên tuổi biểu diễn tại chương trình. Thì có cả Dế Chót này, Yuno này, chị CC Trương này và anh Johnny Stimson cũng là một trong những nghệ sĩ sẽ biểu diễn ngày hôm nay. Nên là chúng mình sẽ đột nhập vào backstage, hội trường đằng sau cánh gà xem như thế nào nhé. Vâng, em cảm ơn chị. Mọi người ơi, mình đang đứng ở khu lều của nghệ sĩ, tức là những cái tòa lều mà mọi người dựng lên thì sẽ ở đấy và nghỉ ngơi. Và bây giờ chúng mình sẽ vào cái khúc lều đầu tiên. Starbucks.
Yes. That first sip, you feel it.
Wait, tomorrow I'll let you try Vietnamese coffee.
Yes. I'm so excited to have Vietnamese coffee, and then today we found Starbucks, and it tastes exactly like it does at home. So that's very nice. But I really want to try the Vietnamese
We'll
coffee.
try egg coffee.
That sounds amazing.
Very
I can't wait. That's gonna be awesome.
So Johnny, this is your first time in Vietnam.
Very first
What
time.
have you done to prepare for today?
We were at home, and I was just practicing my songs, trying to remember all the words and get ready for performances. And the craziest thing is, since we've been on this world tour, we're starting to meet people in each different place, and we're changing up the set list, how we play it every night. And it's just been so special. Everything I prepared for, it's like turning out just a little bit differently.
Yeah.
And this has been like the most magical trip in my whole life. It's been really, really special. So I hope everyone will be smiling and having a good time. Yeah. Right now, like, I feel gratitude because this is my dream, to play music and go around the world. So I'm getting to do my dream right now. Yeah.
You know, as you said that, Johnny, I really feel your positive energy, and before coming to meet you, I'm actually really nervous as well because it's my first time doing it.
You are amazing.
So I'm so grateful for how friendly you are. So
thank you so
best
much.
of luck to the performance.
And now, since we've never been to Vietnam,
Yeah.
can we be friends?
Yes, of
Yes,
course.
friends for life. Okay, so now we don't no nervousness.
Yeah,
we can we're just friends
okay.
now.
Oh, thank you so much. Let's look forward to Johnny's performance.
All right, very, very excited. Not nervous. I'm ready to hit Vietnam.
Okay.
I can't wait to see you out there. It's gonna
See
be fun.
you. Bây giờ thì chúng mình sẽ cùng đi qua khu vực báo chí nhé. Bởi vì là ở đấy thì chúng mình sẽ có những cái góc quay đẹp nhất này. Và cảm ơn Warner Music Việt Nam đã cho Vừng cơ hội này để tham gia cùng với khu vực báo chí với mọi người.
Ngay sau đây sẽ là Johnny Stimson, một nghệ sĩ đầu tiên sẽ xuất hiện.
Bây giờ chuẩn bị đến phần Johnny biểu diễn rồi, nên là anh quản lý sẽ lên sân khấu và set up cũng như là thử đàn trước một chút cho Johnny. Còn mình thì không biết nữa, hồi hộp như kiểu là Johnny là người bạn của mình và mình muốn anh ấy có một trải nghiệm tốt nhất ở Việt Nam có thể trước khi anh ấy biểu diễn ý. Tới giờ biểu diễn, mình đã thấy anh Johnny và cả ban nhạc của mình cháy hết mình trên sân khấu. Dù ngôn ngữ của những bài hát của anh có là tiếng Anh đi chăng nữa, thì mọi người đều có thể cảm nhận được cái năng lượng tích cực từ bài hát của anh, từ giai điệu, và cùng nhau tận hưởng âm nhạc trong không gian rất là đông vui và sôi nổi. Bởi vì anh có một cái bài hát tên là Flower, nên là mình mua một cái quả bóng bay, hình bông hoa để giơ tay vui.
các fan của Việt Nam đang tặng quà cho anh Johnny ở sau cổng. Chụp ảnh nữa. Mọi người bắt tay rất vui mừng luôn.
So Johnny has finished his set for today. May I ask you, what was the most vivid image you were thinking of on stage when you were performing?
Wow, you know, I was really thinking about just my mom and I were talking before this whole tour, and she just reminded me, Johnny, when you're out there, sometimes you want to play fast and just give them all the energy, but make sure in between the songs and in the special moments to just try to take it in and keep it into your heart. So I was really trying for my mom to hold everything inside and just embrace. And I was seeing everybody in the front, including you, holding up the balloon, and it just made me so happy because I was looking at you and thinking like, I'm so happy I have real friends here in Vietnam. And it was just, that was a special memory. I will not forget. That was amazing.
And I really tried to translate what he was saying on stage to the audience, but I felt like it wasn't necessary anymore because regardless of the language you speak, just your music and the energy you're giving to the audience is already so sufficient.
Thank you so much. I hope, you know what's crazy is when I write songs, I hope that I can write songs where the words are meaningful and especially I want to write joyful, happy stuff.
That's when the music transcends the language.
Isn't it? It's kind of my favorite language is music.
Oh, that's spectacular.
Yeah.
Well, I look forward to talking to you more tomorrow.
Amazing.
And you deserve a big rest tonight.
Thank you so much. You're amazing.
Thank you.
This was really fun today. Thank
Good
you so
night,
much.
Johnny.
Good night.
The next morning.
Ngày hôm sau, mình và Johnny cùng đến một không gian khác để có thể tiếp tục trò chuyện sâu lắng hơn về hành trình của Johnny với âm nhạc tại một studio tại thành phố Hồ Chí Minh.
Rồi bây giờ mình tự trang điểm lại vì mình không có makeup artist.
There was somebody singing. She was like a diva.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm here with a really amazing musician next to me, and his name is Johnny Stimson. He is visiting Vietnam to perform in a music festival this year.
Hello, I'm Johnny Stimson. It's so nice to meet you. I'm so happy to be here in Vietnam. This is the most beautiful, amazing place. Everyone has been so cool.
Johnny, we're so happy to have you here. And to start our conversation today, I thought I will ask you 3 quick questions and you have to answer instantly without thinking.
Let's get it. Okay.
To get our mood ready a little bit for
Cool.
today's talk. First question, your most replayed song currently?
Ooh, you know, Still Woozy? It goes, oh, what they think about you. It's called Goodie Bag, the song.
Wow.
I can't stop listening to that song. For like years, I love that song. It's crazy.
His confidence is already radiating. Okay, second question. One word to describe Vietnamese people.
Joyful.
Oh.
Yeah.
Third question. What makes you feel happier after a bad day?
To be honest, it's really like sometimes my job is sitting down and playing music, but after a bad day, I sit down and play music. I love to sit at the piano like late at night and just play a little bit of songs. Something about music and harmony just kind of like makes my soul feel like it's in the right place.
So it always comes down to music and your true passion in the end.
That and spending time with my family and my puppy. Yeah. Always like a cuddle with the dog is great.
Yeah. And what I noticed the most from most of your songs that I've heard, on the way here I was just listening to Friends actually,
Oh, cool.
is how warm the lyrics is, and mostly the lyrics are about people in your life and your friends. So a line that sticked in my mind was friends are loyal,
Yeah.
friends are always there for you,
Yeah.
which is from your newest song,
Yep, that's Friends. Yeah.
So do you want to share a little bit about what inspired you to write that song?
Sure. So I have a little nephew. His name is Everett, and he had an idea. He has a really close buddy, and he's just now kind of understanding and seeing like, oh, my Uncle Johnny makes music, and he thinks that's cool. And so he came up to me at a family thing, and he's like, hey, got an idea for a song. Like, I want to write a song about my friend and say like, I can't deny he is my friend. And he had a strong conviction about it. And I thought it was just so sweet, and it kind of came to mind later. I was playing the guitar, and so I just sort of recorded, friends are loyal, friends are kind, and I put it in a voice memo and I sent it to him, and then it kind of kept sticking in my head, and I was like, this reminds me of my friend. Someday, without realizing, you will say your last goodbyes. And I've kind of recognized some of that in my life lately, that you someday don't get to see your friends again. And so it's really important to kind of like hold those moments that are dear to your heart and tell your friends, like, I love you, you're my friend.
On that note, where you would always want to cherish the moment that you're having with the people you're with at the present, I have a little game for us. It's called We're Not Really Strangers. And it's basically a deck of cards with deep questions where we can get to know each other a little bit.
I like it. Yeah. That sounds great.
Let me start first.
Okay.
Yeah?
Cool.
Okay.
What about me intrigues you?
Oh. What I love most about you is how I can easily talk to you regardless of your profession. So a lot of people I met in life, some are really famous and established, but there seems to be a distance between me and them.
Yeah.
Sometimes a person's career or their prestige in society can make them feel like they're entitled to, or they want to distance themselves from people a little bit more, but you're so open and friendly and open to learning about new things, and I really love that as an artist.
What's crazy is, like, that means so much to hear you say that, because I feel like over some years of like wanting to be an artist, wanting to share my heart, I've had some different pressures from the outside of, you should act this way or dress this way or be this type of personality. And you know, I've as a younger person and growing up, I've like sometimes tried to like seem a little bit more cool or whatever, and I think I'm like settling in at this part of my life to like, this is who I am, this is like the heart that God gave me, and I want to express that. And what's really wild is I think that the more honest I can be and the more just like myself, and I like to have new friends, and I really was excited to meet you and everybody that we've seen on this tour, and like I'm noticing that sharing my real regular self is the best way to connect with people, and that's what I really want out of this. I don't need to get like all the streams and everything. I hope that people will listen to it, but I really find so much meaning in the relationship, and I hope that if I ever created that distance or something, you would text me and be like, Johnny, stop it. Yeah.
Well, we're only at level 1, and it's already such an interesting conversation. So let's see what level 2 can bring us. If you have, when was the moment you realized you weren't invincible?
Wow, that's a cool question. I think there's several moments in my life, but there's one specific one that comes to mind. I was living in between my home in Texas and New York City, and I was going back and forth a lot. And one morning, I like to skateboard, and like before I did music, I was trying to get like a sponsorship for skateboarding, and I was do competitions and stuff. So I was like pretty good at skateboarding, I think. And I was just taking my skateboard in the morning to the gym, hit a little bump, and the next thing I knew, I woke up and there's police officers around me, and it was a mess. Like I had fractured my skull, and I had to get in the ambulance and be in the hospital, and they were kind of talking to me like, you may have like a serious brain injury kind of thing. And I remember like I texted my parents and Bethany, who was my girlfriend at the time, just to say like, hey, I'm fine. I was really scared, and I think I should have, in hindsight, maybe said, I need you here. Like I shouldn't have been alone, I guess. In those moments, I was kind of like, I know I'm not invincible. Life doesn't last forever, so if you love someone, tell them, you know, and that's part of like some of those themes in my music kind of comes from that. Those little moments that you have in life, learning that you're not invincible is like really important. So if I rent a moto out here and I ride around, I'm gonna wear a helmet too.
Yes, that's a good decision. Well, I'm so sad, but we're at level 3 already, so.
Oh, here we go.
Let's see.
These are the serious ones.
What comes. What has this conversation taught you about yourself?
Wow. You know, I kind of feel like I feel like a fairly confident person, but you are giving me more confidence to be vulnerable. Like I have done some kinds of things where like it's kind of interview style, and we didn't know each other too well before, like just these past couple days, it's the first time to meet, but you're just reminding me that it's so sweet to be vulnerable, because then like we are going to be connected, and sometime when I'm playing in New York or something and you're at school, like you'll come down for a show and we're going to be friends for a long time. And I think that being able to be vulnerable right off the bat and early stage of a friendship, that means we have like a shared memory together, and I feel like that's really special. I've tried to be doing that. You know, whenever people ask me questions, I feel like, whoa, somebody took the time to research my songs and read some of the lyrics and then ask me something thoughtful. But I think you're just giving me this extra confidence boost of, you know what, being vulnerable, being honest is just, it's the only way to go. So thank you. I think I'm like, this actually seems like a lesson I'm going to take with me, and it's going to be meaningful.
We never knew each other from before,
Yeah.
before today, before the concert,
Yeah.
and we're from totally different polar opposites of the world.
Yeah.
You're from the United States and I'm
Yep.
from Vietnam.
Yeah, it is wild. And I do think that's kind of one thing that I'm thankful for, is like, sometimes there's something maybe scary about social media and like what the internet is doing to the world. But I think there's something also really special because it allows us to connect, and somehow people all the way across the world from where I live started listening to some of my little songs that I made in my bedroom. And because of that technology, like, and because of the political situation now, it's like so cool that I get to be here in this beautiful place, seeing Vietnam for the first time, meeting amazing people. Like, it does feel like I may just wake up and be like, oh, that was just a dream. The whole thing was a dream. This is just so cool.
Trải qua chỉ một vài ngày ngắn ngủi cùng với Johnny Stimson mà mình đã có thể hiểu hơn về hành trình âm nhạc của anh, cũng như cái niềm vui bất tận mà anh muốn mang lại cho tất cả các khán giả khi lắng nghe những ca khúc của mình. Mặt những người nghe ở Việt Nam, mình mong muốn Johnny sẽ luôn có những cái cột mốc đáng nhớ hơn trong hành trình lan tỏa âm nhạc của mình đến với thế giới. Mong rằng chúng ta sẽ được đón tiếp Johnny lần thứ 2 tại đất nước Việt Nam xinh đẹp này. Video số Tết đặc biệt của Johnny cùng với Vừng sẽ được phát sóng trên kênh của Warner Music Việt Nam, nên mọi người có thể đón xem vào tập sau. Cảm ơn các bạn và chúc các bạn có một cuối tuần thật vui vẻ.